Hey YouTube, I'm back a couple days later. It is Christmas Day. It's time for me to take these braids out. I just did my makeup. As y'all can see, the makeup is on point today. And get into my shirt. This shirt is from my brand, Shop Yasiamo. It's the Powerpuff Girls, but my version that I drew myself. And it's only $15, so go support your girl if you want this shirt. And let's go ahead and take these braids out. As y'all can see, my little Bantu knots that was at the bottom, they came out, but y'all can kind of see like what I was talking. Okay, this one's actually still in. So to unravel it, you just twist it the opposite way and boom, it just comes out. But yeah, I can kind of see why I did it. See how it like makes that little curl. It doesn't look as good as it could look because I left it in for a couple days and I actually wore it out. If I have a picture, I'll put it right here. But yeah, so it doesn't look as good as it could look, but it looked good. So I don't use any oil to take my hair out because I just feel like it's unnecessary personally for me. So I just go ahead and take them out, and I really hope that they're dry. They feel dry, but you know how sometimes braids do, like you start taking it out and all of a sudden in the middle it's still wet. So yeah, I'm just taking the braid out. So far it looks good. It looks and feels sturdy, which is what I wanted. And you just want to carefully take out the braid, like carefully separate the hair. If you're someone who's not that much of a fan of frizz, you're definitely going to want to carefully take it out. But if you don't care about frizz, you can just go ahead and pull them out, to be honest, like, and rush it. But yeah, I'm gonna take my time because I don't mind frizz, but I like a controlled amount of frizz. I don't like creating unnecessary frizz, so yeah. This is how the first side looks. Very defined. I'm going to separate it when I take both sides out, but I'm gonna take them out first before I do any of that, just so I can see how it would look straight out the braids. Okay, y'all, so this is how it looks all out. This braid out is bomb. I already knew it was gonna look good just because I blow dried it and the products I use, but it is so defined. Usually, I'm not used to my braid out looking this loose, but it is really cute. But I did hope for a more curly vibe, so next time I probably would go back to doing it. I usually do it on wet hair or damp hair, like fresh out the shower, and letting my hair air dry for a couple hours, then I do this. But this is my first time doing it blow dried, so if you really like the loose look, this is definitely a good style for you to try out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fluff it more to my liking, because this is a little dead looking, a little flat. But yeah, let's do a little curl. Okay, so I don't know why my eyelash is itching like crazy. This one, the other one's fine, but this one is like, woo child. Anyway, so the way I separate my hair, kind of the same way that I took these out. I don't use an oil or anything special. I just personally feel like it's unnecessary. But I just start from the ends and just pretty much pull it apart. And as you can see, separating the hair is going to create frizz, but like I said, I don't mind frizz as long as it is controlled for the most part. I just don't like when frizz is happening and it wasn't really my doing. So yeah, keep in mind if you do separate this like me, there's going to be frizz, even if you use oil. And it's just because certain parts don't have as much hold as others, and because you're disturbing the curl that the braid out has going on. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But me personally, I'm not afraid of a little frizz, so I like big hair and I'll do what I need to do to get it. And y'all probably know, but it's like a part in the back of my head, so like basically to fix that, ooh, this feels good. To fix that, all I do is like take my hand and I just mess it all up in the back. I'm gonna do that more so when I finish separating the curls, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. When I get to the top part of my hair, like these very top curls, I try not to really separate them too much because it looks more like a controlled frizz if it's not super frizzy at the top. So yeah, I try not to get the top too frizzy, but it's still gonna get a little bit frizzy. You just don't want it to be as frizzy if you're going for a look like I'm doing. And yeah, just gonna speed this part up. And as y'all can see, it's getting bigger, more how I like it to be. Honestly, I would like for it to be bigger than this, but the fact that it's bigger than what I started with is good to see, period, because the curls are cute, but the volume was just not there. Like, I just feel like, what's the point of curly hair if it's not gonna be voluminous? Like, in my personal opinion, I just feel like I could have straightened it if I wanted it to be dead and flat and lifeless. But yeah, this is how the two sides look. If you like this side better, just don't separate it. But this is how it would look more if you were to do it like me. And my hair is getting lighter as I'm separating it. So as you can see, it has shrunk up a little bit, which curly hair just has a mind of its own. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this side and then I will be back in with the final look. right, so now that I'm finished with that, I'm just going to shape the top part of my roots a little bit, just so it doesn't look so stuck together, because I had it in a braid. And as y'all can see, it's so flat, and you get that look by braiding your braids very tight and blow drying the top. But I can get the top pretty flat even with wet hair, so it's mostly just make sure you braid your braids very tight. But yeah, all I'm doing is kind of getting it out of that braid shape and making it look more flowy and somewhat natural. And the reason I'm saying somewhat natural, because I mean, it is a braid out, like it's not gonna look super duper natural, but I'm just trying to get it to flow. And I wish I had a pick, because if I did, I would fluff this hair out more. So since I don't have a pick, I'm just gonna kind of shape my roots on this part, like the back part, because I don't want to mess up the front roots too much, since that's what's showing. And I noticed, I remember I told y'all that y'all have to make the part before you braid the hair, but I've noticed like flipping it around and stuff, like it actually looks good like this. Like you can flip it to the side if you want. So yeah, I guess the part doesn't really matter. I couldn't really remember because I haven't done a braid out in a long time, but yeah. So I'm just shaking out the roots a little bit just to give myself more volume, because to me, in my opinion, the hair looks a tad bit flatter than I would like it to look. So yeah, and I'm doing the same to the other side, and I'm gonna show y'all pretty much how it looks. I'm hoping throughout the day it gets a bit bigger. Ooh, my scalp itching. If y'all haven't noticed by now, I just really like big hair. I feel like my hair was meant to be voluminous, so I like it to look voluminous at all times, or as much as possible. But yeah, so this is how it looks all together. It is nice and big, how I like it, compared to how it was here. But you can wear it the way I had it in this clip right here, if you like it that way, because that was still cute. It's just not really me. And if you're feeling a little extra like me, you can add some edges, which I'm about to do right now. And when I do my edges, all I use is a toothbrush, and any type of edge control is fine, but the one that I'm using today, because y'all probably want to know, is the Even Edge Control 24-hour hold. It's $16.99 at my local beauty supply store. But yeah, this is what I typically use to do my edges with. If I feel like if I'm going to be outside all day, or like sweating or doing a lot, then I will go in with some Gatsby Glue gel, and I will put that on my edges instead of the edge control, just so that makes my hair stay like all day long, all the way for like the next 2 days. So I use that like if I'm gonna be sweating a lot, or if I got like a braided hairstyle, I'll use that so that I'm not doing my edges every single day. But yeah, today I'm just using some good old edge control, and I'm just using my edge brush, which comes in so clutch. Like, I'm so glad whoever created this, because using my toothbrush for so many years since middle school, that was fine and dandy and all, but like this is just way better. Like the way it got the comb and the brush, and the bristles on this brush are so compact together. Like doing my edges is just such a breeze with this brush. So yeah, thank you whoever created this. But yeah, I just pull my edges out and swoop them. Y'all I think y'all, if y'all watched my series on this hairstyle where I did like the 2 braids, that part, I showed y'all how I did the edges on my braids. I just was dealing with less hair, less edge. So yeah, and I just do my little sideburns, real simple, nothing special to be honest. Like when I wear my hair curly, I don't go too crazy on the edges because the curls speak for themselves, obviously. But yeah, and then any long pieces, I just tuck them in there. Then I'm gonna do my little swoop right here. I love to have one in the middle. I know some people just do them on the sides, but I feel incomplete personally if my middle edge is not swooped. So yeah, I swoop the middle. And typically I always swoop it to this side because that's the way my edge grows up here. It's shorter over here and longer over here. So it just works, you know. But yeah. And y'all, I've been noticing my edges have been getting longer suddenly. Like my hair has been growing like crazy, period. I don't know what's going on. I think it's like in the growth phase. I think it's called the anagen phase or telegram phase. I'm gonna put like a little diagram here. But yeah, it's in one of those, it's in the phase where it grows. And I noticed my edges have been growing, and my edges, like I've always had full edges. And I mean, they were never like super short, like, but they were like, they weren't long enough to be considered like with my other hair, because my other hair has always been long too. But yeah, anyways, my hair has been growing like crazy, and I've noticed my edges that don't grow long have been growing too, which is weird. And I'm kind of sad because I'm like, no, I like having edges. Like I don't want to get to a point where I have to cut them because baby, I will cut them if they get too long. Like I designated you to be an edge for life. Ain't nobody tell you to be growing. But yeah, let me just do my edges. And it starts to hold really, really good when it dries. Like right now it's still kind of wet, and while it's wet, your hair moves a lot. So yeah, I just put a little bit. Once I have the edges in the way I like them, I put a little bit more up there, just rub it. And anything I messed up, I try to fix it. When it comes to natural hair, you can't be that perfect. Hate to break it to you, that's just the truth. So yeah, I just fix it to the best of my ability. And yeah, that is it on my edges. My hair is a bit itchy right now for some reason, so I'm probably gonna put some oil in it. It's probably because I just took them out the braids and like my hair is like relieved and something. I feel like it's more down the line of like that, because when I had the braids in, it wasn't itchy. So yeah, this is the final hairstyle. I hope you guys I hope y'all like the way that it came out. I love how this looks. It doesn't look exactly how I wanted it to look, but it looks very good. The curls are really popping. Like you can do so many styles with this. Like if I really wanted to, I could leave like a bang right here and bring this all up into like a ponytail. Yeah, I can do some things with this. I might do like a little hairstyle video if these curls stay looking good, because I might be doing a lot today. So yeah, if y'all end up seeing a hair tutorials video in the future or a bit like that after this, then you'll know it went well. If you don't see it, you know it didn't go well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the hairstyle. I will see y'all in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. Love y'all.